Much to say, and no surprises, but frustrations as well. We come in looking great, confident, and home ice. We're home ice. Fly down from Boston to Sunrise, aka South Florida, and then we're looking to have the momentum because we have better chances to win at home than compared to on the road, right? I thought so, but then you have to remember Boston. They will always come back angry if they lose a game, even if it's a regular season game. In this case, it was a playoff game. They should have had it, but no. Florida Panthers came out on top in the third period to pretty much seal the deal, to tie the series even. In this game, pretty much been all Boston. I saw a lot of panic and a lot of frustration from the Boston fans after the Game 2 game. And there was actually a comment on my video saying that you were right, I was wrong. It's a story of our lives of the Boston sports fans. And in my head, I'm like, it's only Game 2. There's still a few games left. So I did read the comments. Just know I am grateful that you guys are commenting, and I didn't ignore. I was just like, I'm grateful you guys came in, talked a bit. So that's something that I'm actually grateful for. With that all aside, though, it's still a problem for the Florida Panthers that we couldn't keep it consistent. It's been a problem all year long. So we start off period 1, 2 minutes 26 seconds in, already a goal, and it was Taylor Holt. And Taylor Holt was the guy who scored a third goal last game. Lyon could have saved it, but that just went over to the upright of the net. 1-0 Boston. The defense, well, more so the offense in the first two periods, maybe even much of the third period too, looked absolutely weak. I seen the group chat that is actually calling for Barkov's head because he plays well in the regular season, but in the playoffs he's nowhere to be found. That's too much. That's too much for me to say. So yeah, not much happened in the first period other than that goal from Boston. Things got chippy, and things got really chippy in the third period. I feel like it's bullshit. And I'll explain in a little while. Now, 6 minutes in the second period, it was Charlie Coyle. He scores his first in this playoff series, 2-0 Boston, and my gosh, I just can't believe, just like, where's the defense on that? Just where? How do you let that puck go in? How? Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get how the defense just nowhere to be found. But I might have figured it out. I haven't been able to figure this out for a long time. Up until this playoff game, I may have finally figured out what was wrong with our team in the entire year compared to last season. So, third period, Pasternak pretty much, well, not quite, pretty much sealed the game for the most part with the 3-0 goal, and it was just so unfortunate. It was an unfortunate goal, and Paul Maurice had no choice but to switch goalies. So Sergei Bobrovsky comes into the net. I was like, why? He only gave up 3 goals, and you bench him. I understand if it's 4 or 5-0, but 3? Come on. I get Bobrovsky is a veteran, and I get he has more experience, but it is such a joke that move happened. But I understand why they would do so. It is a conflict of interest. My personal opinion, I really don't think, for the most part, it ain't all Lions' fault. Boston is a dangerous team who can get by secretly threw goals. And our defense are nowhere to be found. We got too many forwards, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. And Nick Foligno, I totally apologize. Nick Foligno, again, I apologize. I'm not good with Boston players, more so I'm good with my players. Got his goal, assisted by Taylor Hall, and things got very chippy. So, I believe it was McAvoy made that big hit on Lundell. Barkov comes in and grabs him by the neck with his arm and then puts him on the ice. But if you're going to give the penalty on Barkov for roughing, you gotta give some sort of consistency to other teams too, like a warning or 4-on-4, because that looked like a big hit. The experts say it was a clean hit, but really, how do you like? I've seen plays just like that, where the player ducks down and the big hit happens by the shoulder or the right here, and they get called. I guarantee you, if that were to happen to Bergeron or Kucherov, McDavid, just any big name players, I guarantee you they would have gotten a power play. I guarantee you they would have gotten a penalty for the hit. But no. McAvoy, big hit on Lundell, no penalty call. And Barkov gets called for roughing. It kind of worked out because Gustav Forsling actually got us a shorthanded goal. It feels so good to hear our goal horn. I'm not going to lie. It feels so good to hear our goal horn. And then a little bit after, Sam Reinhart actually scores the second goal for Florida. I thought we were lucky because I heard, and everyone at home in the arena heard the whistle blow before the puck just barely crossed the line to the back of the net. I thought that goal would have been disallowed because of referee stoppage, but they gave it to us anyway. Not that it matters because we were going to lose, but regardless, it's 4-2 Boston. And then we were thinking, we just had a little mindset like comeback cats, maybe third period magic. Nah, we just didn't have enough. So Paul Maurice, empty net for Florida, and he puts out the sixth forward. There's 6 forwards on the ice. Right there is the problem. Here's why it's a problem. Yes, we should have forwards for the empty net, correct? But we gotta remember, defense wins games. And if we don't have much of a defense depth, then we've been in trouble this whole year. We were thinking wrong this whole year. I just realized that we have more forwards than we do with the defense. To be fair, Ekblad did get hurt. To be fair with us, he did get hurt and never returned from the game. I hope he's okay. So much went wrong in this game. Now, with the momentum near the end of the game, I would expect Florida to come back angry in Game 4 against Boston to try to tie the series up again, because we're going to need to force Game 6. This was a bad performance by us Florida Panthers. There was no excuses. Boston played better in Game 3 on the road for them, even without Bergeron. And yes, I got it. It was Bergeron. Without the captain, no problem. It's just no problem for them. So what does that make us? Like, really? But I'm not going to get hysterical like some of us Florida Panthers fans. I still believe we might be able to get a big upset, but I have to expect disappointment because over the course of 27 years, we were only able to get to the second round just twice. The second time, last season, we were the President's Cup winners, if you can remember. That was the glory days of the Florida Panthers. The glory days. Right now, it's all right. But for me, I'm happy we made the playoffs. That's something I'm not going to take for granted. Somehow, some way, we made the playoffs. Cats fans are amazing. But, just like a lot of fan bases, we do tend to be a little bit pessimistic because we expected the disappointment. But given by our recent success with the new ownership and new general management, it feels a little bit more optimistic. Right now, I'm just grateful that we made the playoffs. But I hope we somehow get it done. Game 4, 3 o'clock on Sunday. So 3 o'clock p.m. or excuse me, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific, on TNT. So I'm probably glad to have an early disappointment or early start of the day. But who knows? I'm just talking. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for this video, folks. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing because Miami TVG has it back. When he does, he'll be right there with you for your entertainment you deserve. I'll be back tomorrow for a Heat video. We're playing Milwaukee tomorrow night in Kaseya Center. Now, it used to be called FTX and it used to be called Miami-Dade Arena. I was thinking Miami-Dade, but now I have to say Kaseya Center. So, anyway, folks, good night. GG Boston. Expect us to come back angry game 4. So, all right, good night, everybody.